Hello, Mac here, and today I'm talking about the premium races in GTA Online. So this is something new in the Cunning Stunts DLC, and I sort of want to talk about these because they are something new in GTA Online, and they can actually be pretty intense if you have the right set of players, because the stakes are high. So this is a new type of race in GTA Online, and pretty much what it is for pretty much any event that Rockstar is going to be doing, they may add in these, and for that week, or for that event, there's going to be one race each day, which is a premium race. Now, to do this premium race, you will have to spend $20,000, and only the winner takes all the money. Well, he doesn't actually take all the money. There's a lot of money left over that just never gets used. The winner does get a bit of money, and nobody else gets any money. So I want to talk about these because they are a little confusing, but also I just want to showcase my gameplay I got in this. And I did this today, just a few minutes ago. I did one, and it was on the Splits race, which was on in the Brioso, and that's pretty cool. I was a little concerned about this race, though. I'll be honest, because I'm not the biggest fan of the Brioso. Like, it's a little bit difficult to drive. It's a cool car, and don't get me wrong, but it's just, sometimes, you know, you try and make a turn, and you just spin out, and it's pretty difficult to take this vehicle right. So what I did was just try and take it slow. You know, be careful with this car so that you don't spin out. I only spun out a few times, especially after the first lap. I tried to just take it slow and see what happens. And so you may be wondering, what are these premium races? And I'll just read off of what Rockstar talks about these premium races. So they say, for elite level racers seeking more high stake race matchups, Cunning Stunts also features new premium races where you can compete against 7 opponents for winner take all glory. Place in your bets and put in faith in your skills for a chance at a prize payouts bigger than any other race. And while there may not be any GTA 5 money for second place, all competitors are rewarded with triple RP for completing a premium race. To keep the competition sharp and balanced among the racing elite, premium races are locked to a specific vehicle or specific class, and all competitors are required to own that vehicle or a vehicle within the set class. These races are also only available for a limited time. Keep an eye on the newswire for weekly schedules. From now through Monday, July 18th, enter the yellow premium race blip at Legion Square, shell out your entry fee, and take on 7 rivals who all reckon they have what it takes in that day's particular scheduled race. So, pretty much what it is whenever these are going on, you spend $20,000, and you go up against 7 opponents, so there's 8 players in total. I think all of these races are 8 players total. And there's no host for these lobbies. It's all, you know, just you get in there and then you start it up. So there's no host. There's no settings that you can change and stuff. And also, whoever wins gets $100,000. So it's not really winner takes all, because if you have 8 players and each spend $20,000, that's $160,000. Where does the other $60,000 go? I don't know. Because really, like, 100K is nice, but it's not the total. So I don't know what they were thinking about there. Also, you don't even get a profit of 100K. Whenever you start up the race, like whenever you get into it, so you can start up the race, get into the lobby, you won't spend any money. But once you actually get into the race itself, and once you're playing, you spend $20,000. So if you win, you only get $80,000 actually. Your $20,000 that you spent does not get replaced back into your account, which is a little annoying. Personally, I would like it if the payouts were like $160,000 so that you get $140,000 in profit, but it's not that bad, and overall these are pretty fun. So you also get triple RP, which may be nice for you, and also you can only use custom vehicles, I think. I don't know like what happens if you don't have a custom vehicle, but I could not choose any other vehicle. Even though I have the Rhapsody, I could not choose any other car aside from the Brioso in this race. So just keep that in mind. So as for the races that are going on, at least for this event, and I'm only going to go through the ones that are going on right now. So I'm recording this video on Thursday, July 14th, but it'll probably go up on Friday, July 15th. So what you have is Vinewood Downhill, which is motorcycles. You have Saturday, July 16th, that's Racing Alley. That's the one with the bowling pins. Then you also have Sunday, July 17th, which is Canyon Crossing, which is for supercars. And then Monday, July 18th, Turbine for off-road vehicles. So those are the rest of the days here for the weekend. So some pretty nice races. And also one other thing is that you can actually do these multiple times a day. So it's not just one time a day. It's not like time trials and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice. However, after you complete one, I don't know if this is whenever you lose one. I think it's whenever you just play one. So even if you win or you lose, you can only play one every, I think, 45 minutes. Or maybe it's 48 minutes because that's how long a day is in GTA Online. But I checked and, you know, you have a cooldown point. So you can't really, you know, maximize the profit here. However, what is nice is if you do want more money, whenever you're doing that cooldown period, maybe go do some races, go do like a heist, or go do some VIP work or something like that to just pass the time, and you can make more money during that. So these are pretty fun. I know this race in the background, it was pretty nice. I actually kind of liked it. However, like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of the Brioso, and after I think like the first lap or like the second lap, I was out in front. I didn't have anything to worry about really. But after like you get to first place, and I was like 20-30 seconds ahead of second place, there wasn't much that was actually fun at that point because a lot of the other players either left or they were just doing their own thing, you know, not really caring about the race. So that's a little annoying. Also, another thing that I noticed is a lot of the players that I saw were pretty dirty racers. Like, just expect that because if you are trying to compete for 100k and only the first place player gets 100k, then people are going to be competitive. You know, they're going to be trying to be dirty racers. So keep that in mind. The best way is to probably just stay out of all that and just hope that you win. But hey, maybe you are a dirty racer and maybe that's what you want to do. And another thing that's kind of nice about these being in stunt races is the fact that if somebody, you know, is in last place and he doesn't care anymore, he can't really affect you too much. Like, you know, whenever you're doing a regular race and you just have somebody going into the opposite way and, you know, he's trying to ram everybody and stuff, and, you know, he's in last place, he doesn't care anymore, he's just driving the opposite way into everybody. You can't really do that, at least on this race. Some of the other races you may be able to do that, but since there's like so many ramps and jumps on this race, you can't really do that, or at least not effectively, so that's pretty nice. Although it was pretty intense, you know, even though I didn't have much competition, I was like, what if I mess up? What if, you know, this second place guy, he catches up to me and he wins right at the end? And that is pretty nice because the stakes are so high and you already spent money on this race. Then it's like, well, what if I lose my money? And that's pretty nice. And I do like how those are like these such high stake races, but are they worth it? I don't know. If you think that you're a good racer, and I don't think I'm that great of a racer, I actually had I thought I was going to go with some stiff competition in here. I think there was like a level 600 in here, a lot of other level, you know, above 100s and stuff. And I was not looking forward to this race because I was like, this may not work out too well. But, you know, I actually won and it was pretty nice. And really, like, if you think that you're a good enough racer for these, go right ahead and get your money. But if you're not, and you're not confident in yourself, and you mess up a lot in races, and you just don't work well under pressure, this may not be for you. And honestly, it's not the best way of getting money. 100k, well, actually, you only get $80,000 for profit. So let's just talk about that. $80,000 per profit isn't really that much. I mean, like, if you're not going to win these races, you're not going to gain anything. You're just going to keep losing money. And if you start to just lose more money, it's not worth it at that point. So what I'd say is if you are a good racer, go right ahead, do these. I probably will because I feel like I could probably get a little bit of money. And also these are probably best for players with lots of money that they can just throw away. I mean, I have like $3 million right now. I'm not struggling for cash right now, so I think that's pretty nice. And you may just want to get in here and do it if you want. So that's pretty nice. However, I feel like it's not the greatest way of getting money. It's okay if you go in there and then after like the cooldown, you go do other jobs and this is just like a side project. But if it's only going to be your main way of getting money, probably not the best way of getting money because it's not that consistent. But what I'd say is maybe go in here every now and again, try and get some money because 100k isn't that bad. But, you know, don't rely on this too much because, you know, you're not going to win every race. This was my only time I've played this job or these premium races, and I won. So that's pretty nice, and I may go try and do it again later. But for now, I think I'm pretty good, and I don't know if I'm going to go for these all the time. But if there is ever an event going on, and I want to go try and get 100k, see how fun it is, then maybe I go do this. But honestly, I would like it if they maybe got a little bit more rewards for this. Like, you don't really get that much. Like, 100k is nice, but, like, I wish it was a little bit more. Like, where does the $60,000 go? You have 8 players here. That should be $160,000. Where does the other 60 go? Should that go to second and third place? I don't know. I don't think that should, because I like how it is kind of so high stakes, and if you're not first, you're last. That sort of mentality. I like that. But where does the other $60,000 go? I would like that if it was a little bit higher, maybe more like $150,000 or $160,000. That'd be nice. Also, what's the point of the RP in here? Because they say that these are, premium races for the highest of, skilled players. What's the point of RP? Because most of the high skilled players, they're going to be above rank 120. What's the point of having triple RP? It's nice, I guess, but really, if you're going in for this with RP, maybe take a look at your rank and go, do I really need that RP? Is that really worth it? I think I got 11,000 RP for this race, although I think that was maybe a little bit lower because some of the players actually left. And this is only an 8-player race, so you're probably not going to get that much RP. But even then, it's up to you whether you think this is worth it. Personally, I may go do them some every now and again, but it's not going to be my main way of getting money. And I wouldn't be opposed to these being a little bit higher. A little bit better rewards, whether that's, actual rare stuff inside of these. That could be kind of cool, actual, like, rare t-shirts and stuff. That would be kind of nice. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Do you like these premium races in GTA Online? Do you think that they're a good way to get money? Or do you think that they're just bad ways of getting money and that you're just wasting money whenever you play these? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Hope you enjoyed. Feedback is always appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.